This is part 2 of my video series featuring a comparison of the Maxpedition EDC Pocket Organizer versus the VanQuest Slim Organizer. So for this particular video, we're going to be focusing on the durability of the material for both of these organizers. So to do that, we're going to do a little do-it-yourself project as well as use the Urban Prepper Mobile as you see here in the back. We're just prepping. Both Maxpedition as well as VanQuest make material that is built to last. Let's just see how long it'll last. So what I'd like to do today is test out the fabric of both the Maxpedition as well as the VanQuest organizers and see which one is tougher. This one's using a standard nylon material, which is very common for all Maxpedition backpacks and organizers. This one's using the Cordura, which is advertised to be a lot stronger. So we're going to see just how strong it is. So what I'm going to be doing is dragging it behind the Urban Prepper Mobile. As you see here, I have just a little piece of particle board and a couple little gate hinges that you see here with some 750 paracord wrapped to it to tie it up to the vehicle. And then I'm going to be dragging each organizer underneath this board. I'm going to attach it to this little hook that you see here, and we're going to do it once for about a mile or two, just with it open as well as on the back side. So we'll be dragging it on both sides, and we'll see if there's any kind of ripping going on. As you see with the Maxpedition, already the mesh little pocket here is removed just because that for sure would tear right off the bat. So this will be kind of a fair comparison. Let's start off first with the Maxpedition on the outer portion. I'm here at a local park, so I'm going to go for 2 miles on each side of the organizers. Alright, 2 miles down, let's flip the sides. Well, as you can see, it got torn up on the inside. It looks like it probably flipped a little bit while I was driving. Outer portion looks pretty good though, doesn't it? So I think I'll go back on the outer portion since the inside is a little flipped, and I imagine as I'm going over the bumps, it's going to continue to do the same. Let's do 2 more miles. All right, round 2. So every time I've been stopping to go check on the organizers, people are asking, hey, what are you prepping for? So it's kind of cool to get a little dialogue going with people. I show them some gear like the Altoid tins and things like that. So it's been pretty fun so far. All right, it's been 2 miles. Let's check the side again. Oh, it's gone. All right, so I'm driving back right now to see if I can go find the organizer. It shouldn't be too hard. So I think I need to improve my design a little bit before beginning on with the VanQuest. All right, so after a lot of searching in the dark here, I think I finally found it. Here it is. Since it's so dark right now, I think it's time to replace the paracord for something a little tougher before beginning with the VanQuest. Alright, so I've improved the design of attaching the organizer to the drag sled that I have. Basically, I just bought some wires, you see here over at Home Depot, made a little loop they see here, and then also have a cheap carabiner, I have one on each end, and I'm going to be using that to attach it to the board that I'm dragging behind the vehicle. So I don't think that's going to rip like the paracord did earlier. So let's get started now with round 2, in which we'll be testing out the VanQuest. Again, this is using a 1000D Cordura material, which is advertised as being a lot stronger than the Maxpedition kind of material, which is the normal nylon. So let's get started with the VanQuest. Let's start off first with the outer portion. So I'm going down some residential roads trying to get to around 2 miles per side of the organizers. Have Miss Urban Prepper following me. So let's continue going on.
Who's Miss Urban Prepper?
All right, it's been 2 miles, so let's check on the outer portion of the organizer. So it looks like we lost another one. It's missing, so let's go drive around and find it again. Crap. All right, so it looks like it cut through my wire again. We went around 1.7 miles before it cut. So I think I'm just gonna switch over to the other side now and do the interior portion, and we'll just try to keep a close eye on it because it's probably gonna cut again. We're just about to 2 miles on the inside portion. All right, so we're done with the inner portion now. It flipped over towards the end, but not for too long. So let's do a comparison now between the two. Let's take a closer look at the damage of both of these organizers. Starting off first with the Maxpedition, we'll go on the outer portion first. As you see, there's some minor wear on the front. Actually, it's pretty good on the front side, I would say. Just some minor fraying here or there. On the back, you can see on the horizontal MOLLE webbing, it's starting to fray in certain areas. Also on the handle, that seems to have some fraying going on, as you see there. As you can see, you have a lot of damage here with the zippers. There's no more lanyards to actually pull these zippers, and they look like they're pretty scraped up pretty bad. Also with the zipper, you'll see that it's just kind of damaged here in certain spots along the zipper. But the main damage that you'll see is on the interior portion. You'll see just major ripping that went on here. Also on this portion, you see how you had the double stitching here. This is what happens is that whole stitch is gone at this point. Also, you'll notice that this lanyard is missing, and there's just some significant tears going on here on this side. So moving on to the VanQuest, we'll look on the outer portion. The front side looks pretty good. There's you can see some minor wear. Let's see. Looking on the back portion of it, the back horizontal webbing looks pretty good. There's some fraying going on here. This lanyard's had better days, although both of these zippers look like they're still intact. Also on the spine here, there's some minor wearing going on. With the handle is where you see most of the damage. All in all, I think the zipper is fairly, undamaged. I think having the inverted zipper design really helped protect the zipper from getting damage during this test. But the big shocker is with the interior portion. It almost looks like it's brand new. It's definitely wet, and there's definitely wear spots here or there. But all in all, it didn't really have the same kind of damage that what we saw with the Maxpedition. So while this test did cut through paracord as well as wire, it did I think both organizers did a good job on the outer portion, which is most likely if you're going to damage your organizer, it's going to be on the outer portion. But I think that the VanQuest kind of won on the interior portion in comparison to the Maxpedition. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this abrasion test as part of my EDC organizer throwdown of the Maxpedition versus the VanQuest EDC organizers. Please feel free to leave any kind of comments below in the comments section, and stay tuned for part 3, in which we'll be going over the water test. See you guys next time.